What's going on? What's going on? We done made it on around here. I told y'all that we was gonna be back from the midday news starting today, and thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for showing up. Now I don't know if the notifications is going out. I really do hope that the notifications is going out. As y'all come on in, go ahead and give play a thumbs up. We're just gonna have to grow. It's gonna take us a few days or maybe a few weeks to go ahead and get the numbers back up to what they used to be. But I am so surprised that y'all done show up. That's what's up, man. Thank you. Let other people know that we is around here. Oh man, something done erupted. A volcano erupted. In Italy, Mount Etna, the highest active volcano in Europe, started to erupt on Monday. Oh Jesus. Shout out to hold on. Shout out to the Method to My Madness. I think I said that right. The Method to My Madness for the $5 super chat. Say $5 challenge early. Say welcome back to the AM Pastor. Say get them likes up. I appreciate that right there. For real though. Man, thank y'all for joining the player. Kill Walker is up in the building. What it do? Tennessee is up in the house. Come on in. Say the Bronx, New York. The Bronx, New York is in this bitch. They said, well, popping past that legacy 30 minutes of fire. That's what I'm talking about. They said we back live for the midday. Come on, y'all. The 281 H times up in the building. Say the 718 Jamaica Queens is in this thing. Say, he said, oh my God, Willie is finally back in the AM. Now listen, we gonna be for as long as I can be. Gonna be for as long as I can. It's gonna be like a few months, something like that right there, as far as I know. You know what I'm saying? And if things change, then I will let you good people know that things are changing again. You know, but up until then, y'all, we're gonna enjoy the time that we all have together. Try to help y'all get through your day, your work day. Try to help y'all deal with depression and anxiety and all of that good stuff, and just dealing with being parents, dealing with your little bad children, because remember, they out of school now, y'all. They is out of school. Shout out to Fifi for the $5 cash out. Say challenge accepted. I appreciate that right there. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all come on in, sit yourselves right on down. Shout out to Sandy Springs, Georgia. The ATL is up in the house. Pastor, cause you my brother. Pastor, my brother. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, Nebraska is up in the building. What is happening? What is good? Hold on. He said I didn't even nap. That's what's up. Damn it, I'm glad that y'all still woke with a player around here. Listen, let's go ahead on and get into a little something. This slow moving Monday as it be on Monday. But listen, we still doing the nightly news at 7 o'clock. Not moving it back to 8 o'clock. We're gonna keep it at 7 o'clock. We're gonna try to sustain the 7 o'clock time slot so everybody can be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Hell, welcome back to you. Baltimore is in there. Bitch say on my way to work. That's what I'm talking about. You go ahead on and get that paper. Go ahead on and get that paper. They say Willie is a seasonal worker. That's what it seems like right now. But everything is happening for a reason. I have to keep making these changes because I've been trying to get things done. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build. That's the only way that is going to continue to work for a player, because I got to build. And like they say, if you build it, they'll come. If you build it, they'll come. Ain't that's what we've been led to believe. If you build it, they'll come. You say make your money. I'm sure not trying to, man. I got bills and churn like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it happen out here in these streets. Listen, if y'all would like to support a player in the rebuilding process, we do have a GoFundMe, because the number 3 channel has been deleted, canceled, taken away, dead out here in these streets, and I cannot do this good thing without you good people. Damn it. Oh, and since we over here on the midday news, for those of you who have never seen the candle commercial, let me go ahead and give y'all the pleasant candle commercial. Here we go.
Transform your space into a cozy sanctuary with pleasant candles, where every scent tells a story. Whether you're unwinding after a long day or setting the mood for a relaxing evening, our hand-poured premium candles fill your home with luxurious aromas designed to uplift, soothe, and inspire. Breathe in our different scents in according with your smell taste, ranging from fresh mountain mist to beach linen, bringing the ocean breeze right to your home. And for long-lasting fragrance, try our luxurious perfume diffusers. Shop now at pleasantcandles.com and light up your senses today.
Yeah. Oh, how y'all? Man, how y'all like that right there? Listen, man. Let's go on and get into a little something out here in these streets. Matter of fact, let me go on and push that there back, which I clicked on the wrong one, but at least I got y'all to listen to it. Y'all please go around at the Pleasant Candles. Go on, get y'all's out today. I have been I did some new mock-ups and stuff like that for the online store. I've been trying different labels out, but I spent my time to get things together out here. I'm trying to make the website look a little bit better. You know, I'm crawling before I'm walking, and I'm learning on the way. You know, sometimes you can try to hire people, which for a lot of things over the years I have hired people, but I have this problem of what is that thing called? It's like a microwave. Like I want things now. I'm like the American people. I want things now. And a lot of things I have to learn to stop. I can't stop wanting things when I want things, but I have to push myself to be okay with not having things when I want things. You know what I'm saying? So I be having to learn real quick and just try some, and sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't. You know what I'm saying? You say hire me. It just be for little certain things. Maybe a thumbnail every now and then, maybe some type of design or something like that. I may outsource, and I've been doing that there for years. But sometimes people they take a day or two to get things done, and I be needing shit done today. You know what I'm saying? So I be having to try things on my own. I be having to do things on my own, and however it turns out, then it just turn out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and then we just got to keep on rolling from there. Let me show y'all what I was just talking about, because I'm letting this thing stroll, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh Jesus. I am so glad that we don't live in a place. Well, I'm so glad that I don't live in the place that we have volcanoes at. But in Italy, Mount Etna, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Mount Etna erupts. It erupted out there. Now, hold on. Dismiss this. Am I all the way down? Dismissed. I got to get me one of these right here. Hold on. Before we get into that right there, is this considered lazy? Is this considered lazy if you decide to get the battery remote control lawnmower? Is it considered lazy? But this is the shot. Hold on. Look. Watch.
Tout le monde est en panique, tout le monde descend. Ouais, truc de ouf là.
What do you Oh, so those must be tourists. Y'all don't get killed like in Dante's Peak. Don't get killed like Dante's Peak. If they allow builders to build, like I guess like in like a mile radius or something like that right there, like what is the distance that you can start building from a volcano? Yes, these people do this thing. I want to see some lava. Listen. Is it just me, or all right, the smoke thing is scary? I want to see the lava. I saw movies, man, and I like to see the lava. It's just crazy. Hold on. And now we have these personal videos. Let's see if they're gonna give us like the personal. No, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. What is we doing? Ooh, look like it's coming down. Look. Ooh, that's some scary shit right there. Get your churn. Get your churn and get your pets. It looked like it's just coming down the mountain. Oh, man. This is wild. So they have to be 100 miles away? What, 20 miles away? Something like that right there? This is crazy. That's what's up, though. Look how far you can see it away. Wow. And imagine, like, if, like, the lava come running on that. See, and I can only speculate because I watch movies before, like Dante's Peak, like Volcano. Those like the two popular volcano movies, you know. And I can imagine it blowing and all of the lava come rushing down, and it rushed down in the city, and they may have to get people from the United States like us to come on around there and help. How many of y'all will go out there to pour water on the lava? How many of y'all will want to help pick up the K-rails? Anybody? No? You ain't going out there? Whew, I think I would just go out there just for YouTube purposes. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't do no work. I wouldn't do no work because they say that lava hot. They say that lava is really, really, like it's hot. Like it's hot, and you shouldn't really get involved with lava. So I am going to pay attention to the people who say that you shouldn't get involved with lava and just keep things moving. Y'all come on in, man, and hit that like button. Listen, we also streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv.com. The Willie Williams Show. Hold up, swole up. Shit done started acting up again. Listen, yeah. Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv.com. We is screaming live over there also. Hold on now. Why is this stuff messing up? Okay. We have 254 followers. So we finally got one more follower, and we need to get another follower. We're still trying to hit 255, y'all. I need your support, like I always say. Shout out to G for the $2 super chat. Say, what up, Pastor? Say, putting $2 in the collection plate. I appreciate that right there. For real, though. You say then you'll pour water on the concrete and create steam. Yeah. Listen, I wonder if that like could get my channel up though. Like if I shoot on out there, get close, like 20 miles away, but I'm close. Like if I'm 20 miles away from the volcano, I would actually be considered close, supposed to me being in Florida. Like I'm far right now. But if I get 20 miles, it's like I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead on and get into a little something, y'all. Go ahead on and get into a little something real quick. I have to talk to my believers. I know. Y'all don't like to talk religion, but I have a story. There's a story that's out here. How many of y'all think, or how many of y'all would say that, hold on. We have been led to believe that anything negative that you do is of the devil, and anything positive is of God, right? Got it. If you say that something or someone or an entity told you to do something that is what we consider wrong or illegal or criminal, we would say that the devil told us to do it. We would never say that God told us to do it, right? But there's certain situations to where people say after they have done certain things that God told them to do certain things. I have a story here of a Florida mom, and I think this was in West Palm Beach. No, Fort Pierce, I believe that this transpired in. But a Florida mom killed her 6-year-old. A Florida mom, she knocked off old 6-year-old. Don't know what he had done did. Well, I do know what he had done did because that's what they're finna talk about. But people would tend to be sympathetic when someone say that they did something and God told them to do something. Now, for what this good mother said that God told her to do, a lot of believers would believe what she had done said. And then again, a lot of believers would say, no, God would never tell you to do that. God would never tell you to do what I'm finna show y'all that she had done did to her son. That's what they'll say. Gonna put this up on screen. We have a Florida mom killed a 6-year-old in attempted exorcism.
Now to a shocking story from Fort Pierce, a mother facing charges for allegedly killing her 6-year-old son.
Authorities believe the child may have died during an exorcism. This is Local 10's Janice Fernandez, who has this story for us right now in the newsroom with the details here. Janice.
Eric, Alex, this is such a tragic story. It's a bizarre story, and deputies say the boy had been dead for several days before anyone was notified, and now his mother is behind bars.
From what I understand, this kid just lit the room up and was just loved by everybody. And so they're all going to be having a very difficult time getting through this.
We're learning new details after a 6-year-old boy who hadn't been seen in school for more than 2 weeks was found lifeless in his bedroom. A tragic discovery that has shaken this community, and now his 31-year-old mother, identified as Rhonda Palanice, remains behind bars this morning after being denied bond Saturday on a second-degree murder charge.
She had a lot of highs and lows during the investigation, from laughing at different times at the scene to crying.
It was around...
She laughed at different times to crying, so she went from laughing to crying. Shout out to Sam for the $5 cash app. Say over 100 people watching. Say you back. Thanks, Willie. You is welcome, and thank you for being here. Here we go. So she was laughing and crying throughout the investigation.
10 a.m. Friday when a deputy showed up to the home on Bedford Drive after the school reported his more than 2-week absence. That deputy came face to face with the mom before she personally took them to her son's bedroom.
What we did learn in speaking with the mother, she believed she was being told by God to basically exorcise demons out of the child's body. And when the child had stopped moving and basically passed away, at that point she felt the child had been released of those demons and was waiting for him to basically come back.
The boy, Ramel P.
Now, how many of y'all believe that she need to be held accountable? Because she did say God told her to do it. So, you know, a lot of times when God tell you to do stuff, you're supposed to do what God tell you to do, right? Because believers say that they talk to God, they hear God's voice. How many of y'all believe that she need to be held accountable?
Attended Samuel Gaines Academy in Fort Pierce, an elementary school 5 miles away from home. Visibly shaken neighbors and relatives say it should have never come to this.
I'm devastated. I'm sick to my stomach.
I just can't believe this semen is real. Like, I'm waiting to hear what really happened.
Uh-oh. I was waiting for that right there. You say God doesn't tell you to kill innocent people.
Palanice also faces charges for failure to report a death and altering the deceased body, pointing to evidence that shows she was preserving his body. She also posted these photos of her son on her public Facebook page.
Look at him. Look at the little 6-year-old. Look at the little 6-year-old. Remember his face. Look at that little 6-year-old. God told her to go ahead on and exercise the exorcism. Go ahead on to get them little spirits and stuff up out that boy.
Our detectives learned that the mother last spoke to the child on May 18th. That's when we believed the homicide occurred, and that she was responsible for the child's death.
Yeah, it's such a disturbing story, and that mother...
That's good right there. You say, who's innocent? You say, no one is innocent. You say, and she deserves life. Okay, got it. Life in jail. That's what's up.
By the way, has since been charged with second-degree murder. She did appear in court over the weekend via Zoom from jail, where a judge did deny her bail. But again,
shout out to the judge for denying her bail. We got the second-degree murder charge out here in these streets because not only did she do the exorcism, she kept the body. She held on to the body, and they said that she was trying to preserve the body, if I'm not mistaken. But this person here,
Neighbors and relatives say it should have never come to this.
I'm devastated. I'm sick to my stomach.
She's sick to her stomach. Now, I wonder if she's a believer, because y'all do understand that being a religious person and a believer, exorcism isn't nothing new. They have been doing exorcisms way before all of us was born. You know, to where you try to remove the bad spirits out of the human being. So why would it make, I am assuming that she is a believer of some type of God, but I could be wrong. I am just saying, if she is a believer, then she should not be sick to her stomach by somebody listening to who they believe was God tell them to do that to their child. Right? Nobody should be sick to their stomach when they hear the story that this woman said that God told her to do it, because God be talking to y'all, right? That's what y'all say. I'm just saying. And to say that God would never tell you to kill innocent people, you got to read that book. I was waiting on it. I was really waiting on it. You got to read that book, though. God told so many people, told Moses them to kill so many people. Hold on. Kill all the firstborns. Kill all the men and all the firstborn and take the women. Them people weren't bothering nobody. But God told them to go ahead on and just knock them people off. Yeah. It happens. But you know what's funny? People would be sympathetic because she said that God told her to do it, than if somebody who said that they heard something in their head tell them to do something, but they didn't say that it was God. If they just say voices in my head just told me to kill my baby and or to try to do something to remove spirits. If they said anybody else told them other than God, people would have nobody across the board would have sympathy or empathy for that person. But because this person said that God told her to do it, there will be some who will be like, I understand if God told her to do it, though.
I just can't believe this even is real. Like, I'm waiting to...
You say that it's a difference between Lord and loud. You say she was listening to loud.
to hear what really happened.
You say that's the old God. That's what's up. But listen, the old God never changes. God never changes. That's what it say, don't it?
Palanice also faces charges for failure to report a death and altering the deceased body, pointing to evidence that shows she was preserving his body.
She was just preserving the body. Typically, we preserve bodies by keeping the air from getting to the body. So we would typically put like in plastic or something like that. But I don't think that she put the child in plastic. I think that her preserving of the body was probably laying them in bed with the blankets on them, not coming in and out of the room, to let other oxygen in and stuff like that right there. I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
She also posted these photos of her son on her public Facebook page.
That's a damn shame, though. But shout out to the state of Florida, because whether God told you to do that there or not, you got to go to court, baby. You got to go to court and explain to us good people. Why you should not do no time. Now listen, she may not do a lot of time. But I want y'all to think about this right here, because we will do an update on it. If they tell us, I want y'all to think about this. If they tell us that she has been hospitalized or anything, I want y'all to think about this. If they tell us that she's been hospitalized because of her saying that God told her to do the exorcism, and if the court say that she is being seen by the psychiatric people and evaluating her mental, that goes to show something about your belief and what we think about your religions and your gods and stuff like that right there. We should not put nobody in hospitals or psychiatric hospitals if they claim that God told them to do so. Remember, this is also a Christian nation, right? That's what they say. So if no matter what a person had done did, as long as they say that God told you to do it, they should not be in no hospitals. Because y'all believe that God is real, right? Right. I'm just saying, moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much hoe. He said, can she exorcism a gooch? Oh, Jesus. There's a player out here who might like that right there. You say I catch the replay, your lunch is over. Oh, man, just make sure that you come on back and catch the replay. Y'all, if y'all just not coming on in, we also streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv.com. I am happy to be back for the midday news out here in the doggone streets. Y'all, let's move on. Have y'all been paying attention to what was going on over the weekend? Oh, wait, no. This wasn't over the weekend. Oh, wait a minute. I had something. Well, I have something, but I thought that this was over the weekend because somebody reached out to me and was like, they got something going on out in LA. But now that I'm looking at it, this was from a week ago. This is from a week ago? It was 7 days ago? Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead on and play the thing from 7 days ago. My bad for thinking that it was this week. But I'm going to say something about it. I'm just waiting on the commercial to go by so we can go on and talk about LA. Who is the mayor? Who is the mayor out in LA? I do believe that it's a woman. California is a Democratic state, as we know. Let me see who's the mayor of Los Angeles. Oh, Karen. Okay. Oh, KK. Karen Bass. As a matter of fact, let me go on and put her up here for y'all real quick. Oh, we did stories about this sugar before. Yeah. Let me make sure I can show y'all old Karen real quick, and then we go on and jump on into it. Look at old Karen Bass. We're gonna call her Bass. Shout out to G for the $2 super chat. This said pass her back till he won't be back on the Monday on. Wait, pass her back till he won't be back on the midday news. Listen, we're going to be doing the midday news until we can't do it no more, y'all. So, listen, just enjoy. Y'all tell people that we is, back doing a little something. I really do appreciate y'all for being here. Look. So, she is the mayor. Of Los Angeles. So, out in Los Angeles, a week ago, which I thought that this just happened this weekend, I didn't know that they was out there vandalizing and shit, and ain't nothing happened. They say crowds these trails of destruction.
Beat up spills into the streets, leading to widespread destruction in downtown LA. Metro trains, businesses, and an LAPD cruiser all tagged with graffiti, and so far no one has been arrested. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kathy Barrett.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mikalo Medina.
This kind of reminds me of what it was in Ferguson, or something to where the mayor say, well, let them riot and let them vandalize stuff. I think that was in Ferguson. Somebody please correct me. Shout out to CC's World for the $9.99 super chat. Say welcome back to the midday news. Say excited Red that to have you back. That's what I'm talking about. Love you, Willie. Love you back. Thank you.
And for Jonathan tonight. Now, last night, police responded to calls about a rooftop party near Trinity Avenue and 16th Street.
By the time midnight hit, they say people were tagging property, setting off fireworks, fire breathing, someone even climbing a street light. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi is live from police headquarters and just got a response from the mayor on what happened here. Camilla.
Now we have to think about it and give ourselves a pat on the back. Typically when they're talking about tagging and spray painting stuff, that ain't us. We don't get into like the graffiti stuff like that. It's a small amount of black folks, and it's probably out in New York or something that do graffiti and spray paint and stuff like that right there. But in LA, this ain't us, y'all. This not us.
Yeah, hi, Kathy and McCullough. At last check, a spokesperson with the LAPD says so far no arrests have been made, and Mayor Bass's office tonight telling NBC4 that they are working with LAPD on this. And LA Metro says the vandalism of two of their trains led to service being delayed. And as we just mentioned, the chaos from this weekend can all be seen on video. The chaos erupting south of downtown Los Angeles Saturday night. In this video, you can see a mob taking over this intersection. A metro train vandalized, some businesses also tagged. Video also showing an LAPD unit covered in spray paint. The LAPD says it first got a call just before 9 p.m. Saturday about reports of a rooftop party at Trinity Avenue and 16th Street.
I have not seen the darker hue face yet, but go ahead.
It was then, shortly after midnight Sunday, the LAPD says they got a call about 5 suspects vandalizing the inside of a train car. According to...
So we just gonna let these thugs act a fool out here in these streets, huh? So we're not gonna hold the thugs accountable. Not at all.
LA Metro, about 50 trespassers blocked 2 A-line trains at the intersection of Washington Boulevard and Maple Street. LA Metro says trespassers spray painted on both trains, even getting inside one of them. The operators and passengers were not injured. Service was delayed for about 20 minutes. In this video, you can see a large crowd of people scattered on the street, someone tagging the pavement. People can also be seen climbing on traffic lights and doing the same thing too. The LAPD lined the area trying to disperse the crowd. NBC4 spoke with 2 women who live near Washington Boulevard. They didn't want to share their names.
Necesitamos más protección porque no nos sentimos seguros.
One of them told us they need more protections and that they don't feel safe. She also told us her friend's car and her cousin's car was also targeted by the vandals over the weekend.
So you don't feel safe in your own community from your own people. You don't feel safe around your own people because these is her peoples who is doing all the spray paint and the vandalizing and all that. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not just black folk. Got it. Go.
Tenemos niños aquí en esta casa.
The second woman also telling NBC4 she is hoping for things to change and that she now has to fight to repair her car.
Yeah, insurance ain't gonna cover that.
And that statement from Mayor Bass's office tonight reads, "This kind of behavior is totally unacceptable and has no place in our city. We are in contact with the LAPD about this, and our office is reaching out to the businesses who were impacted to offer our support. Those involved must be held fully accountable."
Do y'all believe KK? Miss Karen. Do y'all believe Karen? Huh? We playing too much. Do y'all truly believe what Karen say? This kind of behavior is totally unacceptable and has no place in our city. Y'all, because she is the mayor, she is the boss, right? It seems to me that the police was told to stand down because they was out there watching them vandalize stuff. Even the police vehicles were being vandalized. Businesses was vandalized, and they was told to stand down. We are in contact with the LAPD about this. Remember, she is the mayor. What does she mean? We in contact. You is the HNIC. You is the head Negro in charge. Oh, my bad. Remember, we said that she wasn't black. She a little mixed. But anyway, those involved must be held accountable. How would those involved be held accountable if we did not hold them accountable on the night that we saw them doing what they was doing and the police was out there watching? Yeah. Say, Willie, your boys just standing there telling them whoop ass to. Listen, they listen to their boss. You have to listen to your boss, and the boss is Karen. But shout out to Karen because she is in contact with the LAPD. So she in contact with herself. Got it. Makes sense. I really ain't tripping. Moving right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. I didn't know that I had this video because we just spoke about moving right along. we just spoke about the mother who had done knocked off her 6-year-old, and I'm just seeing that I had her going to court. I'm just realizing that I had that video of her being in court. So now we get to see what she looks like. This is what I'm talking about. Come on, y'all. Come on back. We need some more thumbs up. Here we go.
Now at 5, we are learning new details in the case of a Fort Pierce mother accused of killing her 6-year-old son. She stood before a judge this morning. Yasmin Jolmis is live in Fort Pierce with more on the mother's first appearance. Yasmin?
Jade, right now I'm standing in front of the home where St. Lucie County deputies found 6-year-old Ramil Pierre dead yesterday morning. As you can tell behind me, there are tons of balloons. It seems as though the community.
I ain't see what y'all ain't see what the cameraman just had done did. Well, let me back it up and show you what the cameraman just had done did.
The county deputies found 6-year-old Ramil Pierre dead yesterday morning. As you can tell behind me, there are tons of balloons. It seems as though the community has stopped by, people who knew him and loved him, to drop off these balloons in his memory, some with Spider-Man on them. His mother, as you mentioned, 41-year-old Rhonda Polonese, is a...
Rhonda Polonese. So she's 41?
Mentioned 41-year-old Rhonda
41 with a fade. Shout out baby out for having a real. Go ahead.
Polonese is accused of second-degree murder in the death of her son. She made her first appearance in the St. Lucie County Court this morning. It was denied bail. Ramil was found again by those St. Lucie County deputies. So they were called to this home here on the 2500 block of Bedford Drive because school resource officers asked for a welfare check. Ramil had been absent.
That's that baby there. God told her go on and do a little something. That thing is sat way back though. That thing sat way back. Don't know why it's like that. It's supposed to be like up here somewhere. But to each his own. To each his own. Go ahead.
From school since May 14th, so for about 2 weeks. Detectives believe Ramil had been dead since May 18th, about 12 days from when he was finally discovered, wrapped in fabric in a bed, with only his face showing. The autopsy is being...
So he was wrapped up. Okay, he wrapped in fabric, though. He wasn't wrapped like in Reynolds plastic wrap or nothing. Got it.
Conducted today, so we can know exactly how he died, and we're still waiting to hear from officials on that. Now, in an arrest affidavit that we obtained today, the investigators spoke to the very condition of the home. They said that there was plenty of food and water in the home, and everything was fully functioning. They also said items in the house were, quote, overly organized to a degree they had never seen before.
Overly organized, so she probably had what compulsive something, she OCD or something like that right now. I guess that's what she said. You say now why she got that baby, why they got her dressed like a nail technician. Got to be more careful. Got that baby on suicide watch out here.
In a press conference yesterday, the sheriff said,
now why would we have her on suicide watch? She said that God spoke to her. And they say that God don't want y'all removing yourselves, although it's not in the Bible. Is it? Is it in the Bible that you're not supposed to remove yourself from earth?
Never seen before. In a press conference yesterday, the sheriff said Polonese told investigators that God told her to exorcise demons out of the young boy's body. And when he stopped moving, she thought he was released and would come back. The sheriff also said at times during the investigation, Polonese would laugh and then cry. So here's a listen from her first appearance this morning.
I got a question though. What happens or what did she do in performing the exorcism? And how was the baby killed though during the exorcism? Did she hit the baby? Did she slam him down? Or what happened?
I'm not sure who I want to appoint. Well, I'm not so sure who I want to represent me right now. Well, it's kind of loud over here. Can you repeat that? Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and provisionally appoint the public defender.
Then she was assigned a public defender. Another fact in this case, the sheriff said that first responders came to this very home on May 17th, a day before they believed that Ramil was killed due to a medical issue that the mother, Polonese, was having. Now, they haven't released more information or details on that, but I have reached out for that. We'll let you know on air and online when we get that. Coming up at 6, I'll have a statement from the St. Lucie County School District.
Oh, so that's not a suicide vest right there. They got on PC to say that's in case somebody try to stab her. in case any of the inmates try to go ahead on the stab her, because y'all do know that she knocked off a 6-year-old. So I asked that question, I think it was yesterday or the day before. Nope, it had to be today Monday. So it had to be on Saturday. I asked that question, do women get justice the same way that men get justice in prison? Do the prisoners get the justice from the women who do things to like children? Like, do they jump on them? Do they kill them? Like the men do in the men's facility. If you graping or anything, or you do something to like kids and the elderly, or you grape women, the men will take it out on you when you get there. I don't know that they do it, but I guess that they do it if she have to have on like a stab vest or something like that right now. But that's that beautiful sister right there. She just, you know, she just chilling. Like, hey, God told me to do it. Listen, if I was in her position, which I don't think that I would ever be in her position, I would be arguing. I would be in court like, so you mean to tell me that I got to go to jail and God told me to do this right here? So I need to go to prison and God told me to go on to get the spirits out my child? I would be saying stuff like this right here instead of my head being to the side and I'm humble and I just don't. No. They said she had food in the house. They said she had food. They said that her home was nice, clean. It was overly clean. Things was in order, something that they had never seen. I want to go back to where my house is super clean at, instead of being in here on lockup. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't gonna argue. It is what it is. Speaking on jails, we got to go on to get into this right here. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. Y'all just not coming on in. We also streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show. Trying to get them numbers up. Again, cannot do it without you good people. Let me make sure I slide that there right now. No. Why is that working like that right there? How many wait here? You got 138 thumbs ups out here in the screen. Oh, because I'm looking over here to see how many thumbs up I got, but I think I turned the thumbs up off. I was in the background playing with some stuff on the weekends, hitting buttons and stuff, trying to change a little something, trying to do something different, and I think I cut off the show the likes. I think I cut that off. But anyway, we had 137 likes because I can see it on the back end. We had 140 likes because I can see it on the back end. But I can't see it on the main page here. So when I get off, I'm going to have to cut that feature back on. Because I be needing to see it. But anyway. Florida. My state, stand your ground state, Pacific home state. Please don't run up win for our life state. We were just talking about the women's facility, the women's jail and stuff like that. So we finna go to the Broward County Jail, to where the BSO Deputies, the BSO Detention Deputies, gives an inmate a beating. And we're talking about three sisters. Three sisters. These is those three right here. They in a room. They trying to get a female to comply, you know. And then this happens.
Now at 6, we begin with a story you'll see only on CBS News Miami. Surveillance video of a scuffle inside the Broward jail. And tonight, 3 BSO detention deputies are facing aggravated battery charges. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Pastrana. That incident happened while the deputies were booking a woman into the jail. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench joins us live from the Broward Main Jail in Fort Lauderdale with the exclusive. Peter?
Well, Lauren, Samantha Caputo was left in cuts and bruises from this incident. It actually happened in October of 2022. The deputies were arrested this week. Surveillance video shows Samantha Caputo in a struggle with 3 BSO detention deputies. Her attorneys say it happens after she has been arrested in October of 2022 for a DUI that was later dismissed. They say Caputo is told to remove her bra and change into jail clothing, but an argument happens, leading to the fight.
Sergeant Polk grabbed the bra and immediately shoved her hard, and she goes flying against the back wall. As soon as she starts to get back to her feet, she catches her with an open hand to the throat. Another officer released pepper spray. Pepper spray causes the eyes to slam shut, and it renders the person helpless.
Part of this incident takes place in a blind spot of the jail holding cell. Phil Johnston and Glenn Rotterman are the attorneys for Caputo.
They wound up tasing her, and they wound up, they knocked her to the ground. They wound up punching her and beating her.
Sergeant Sakaya Polk and BSO Detention Deputies Denia Walker and Cleopatra Johnny are charged with aggravated battery with great bodily harm. An arrest report says they punched and kicked Caputo several times. Caputo was treated for a hematoma below her right eye and bruising and swelling on her face.
In all the years I've been doing this, I've never seen an injustice like this.
The attorney for Sergeant Polk told us detention deputies do their best under dangerous circumstances.
If you couple that with people being booked into the jail world, a place they don't want to be in, it's a dangerous situation. There's more to this story than a video for what it will show and what it won't show, and that we're confident that after all that comes to surface, that it will be determined that our clients have not committed any crimes.
Now, the attorney for Cleopatra Johnny told me that deputies have the right to defend themselves, and the attorney for Denia Walker told me the charges are without merit. All attorneys say they plan to fight the charges. Meanwhile, BSO says the deputies are in administrative investigative leave with pay. We are live in Fort Lauderdale. Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
I got a problem. I got a problem. I don't. Hold on. Let me find these beautiful sisters right there. Let me find them sisters. I don't like how they trying to make our sisters look like bad people. I don't think so. And they kind of cute there though. Look at our sisters. Oh, that's what's up. The attorney or whoever was speaking had done said that as she was taking off her clothes to take the bra off, that the officer pushed her back really, really hard. I was like, what? That didn't happen. Let's see. Watch this.
But an argument happens, leading to the fight.
Sergeant Polk grabbed the bra and immediately shoved her hard, and she goes.
You saw that? He said, grab the bra and immediately shoved her hard.
The bra and immediately shoved her hard, and she goes.
Do y'all see? She pushed, and then her finger came up, meaning that she pushed quick and let go. Watch it. No, because we're not just gonna put this on dog, you sister.
Bra and immediately shoved her hard,
see?
And
she did a little. He called that hard, though. I don't like it.
Sergeant Polk grabbed the bra and immediately shoved her hard, and she goes flying against the back wall. As soon as she starts.
Somebody tell me what that white stuff is, though. Nah. That stuff right there get all in your eyes. Now, is this pepper spray? Because if this is pepper spray, why is it so thick, though?
As soon as she starts.
Say they collectively weigh over 700 pounds. You know what? You could be right. You could be right by that right there.
Starts to get back to her feet.
They all got some weight on it now.
He catches her with an open hand to the throat. Another officer released pepper spray. Pepper spray causes the eyes.
Okay, so the white stuff, it has to be pepper spray, right? You say the woman was fussing and raised her hand to guard, then raised her hand to the guard. Yeah. Watch it.
Grabbed the bra and immediately shoved her.
Yep, she played with it and kept her hand up there in the air.
Bra and immediately shoved her hard, and she goes flying against the back wall.
She tried to hit the officer. Damn it, I stand with law enforcement.
Her hard, and she goes flying against the back wall. As soon as she starts to get back
the
to
little
her
lighter hue chick, she tried to fight him. She tried to fight dog you chick, man. That's wrong.
feet, she catches her with an open hand to the throat. another officer released pepper spray. Pepper spray causes the eyes to slam shut, and it renders the person helpless.
Part of this incident takes place in a blind spot of the jail holding cell. Phil Johnston and Glenn Rotterman are the attorneys for...
You say, Willie, it's a foam that they use in those facilities. It worked better in enclosed areas. Oh, okay. So that is a form of the pepper spray then.
Pudo. They wound up tasing her, and they wound up, they knocked her to the ground. They wound up punching her and beating her.
Sergeant Sakaya Polk and
This is Polk. Now listen. Polk don't look like
her.
Polk don't look like when the three women was in the room. She looks different than this. Don't look like Polk.
And
they say this is Polk. They don't. She don't look like that lady. I guess though. I ain't go ahead.
And BSO Detention Deputies Denia Walker and Cleopatra Johnny are charged with aggravated battery with great bodily harm. An arrest report says they punched and kicked Caputo.
Caputo. Look, Caputo look like she on the meth binge or something like that right there. Shout out to Jermaine for the $1 cash app. Say showing support. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do.
Several times. Caputo was treated for a hematoma below her right eye and bruising and swelling on
Yeah, you got punched in your shit. But listen. She tried to hit the officer though. She tried to hit the officer. The officer retaliated. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that.
Her face.
In all the years I've been doing this, I've never seen an injustice like this.
You never seen a big get whooped. Yo, we be playing too much. Oh, all right. I could possibly believe that he's never seen it because we didn't just start seeing video recordings of what happened behind bars like the last 10 years or something like that, and then typically it's in a male's prison. You know, you say yeah, it's correct. You say it. Excuse me, hold on.
The attorney for Sergeant Polk told us detention deputies do their best under dangerous circumstances.
Yes, they do. You say yes, correct. You say it attaches to the person they sprayed and usually doesn't affect others around the spray. Oh, so that's some new stuff. Okay.
If you couple that with people being booked into the jail world, a place they don't want to be in, it's a dangerous situation. There's more to this story than a video for what it will show and what it won't show, and that we're confident that after all that comes to surface, that it will be determined that our clients have not committed any crimes.
I like it. His sister is going to have to learn out here in the doggone street. Listen, you mess around and get whooped out here. Listen, you was behind bars, bitch. There is no help.
Kicked Caputo several times. Caputo was treated for a hematoma below her right eye and bruising and swelling.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. You made the wrong decision, sugar. Dealing with these dog users out here who not playing with you all. You know what I'm saying? Look at them. Look at them. I say they need to go out on to keep their job and keep doing such a good job that they out here doing. I don't know how long that they've been on the force or, been out here doing such a good job. Wait. Uh-oh. We got some comments. Of people asking the right questions. Why didn't she comply? Conviction in prison for the deputy thugs. No. Also, the lawyer is ridiculous. He's Saul Goodman's brother. I have no idea who Saul is. He say was a lawyer involved in the fight with the detention deputies also, because the lawyer have black marks up under his eyes too. What if the races was reversed? Then what would the conversation be? Oh, yeah. Yep, that's absolutely correct. The conversation would be racist white women done jumped on a dog you sister. That is what it would be. White supremacy and all type shit. Where are the White Lives Matter protesters, and why didn't this make national news? That's a good question. Fired with no pay and jail time. They say they jumped her like a gang initiation. They say 3 against 1. Cowards. They making some good points. They making some good points. But the one thing that we is gonna learn is that simple word: comply, comply, comply. And then the things that is happening to us, a lot of times it will not happen to us. Just trying to help, move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. Nah, I just saw something. Oh, I'm running out of stories. But hold on. Okay, we got to get Italy up out of here because ain't nobody. It ain't no lava out there yet. So, okay, I just did, huh? I just did them. I'm trying to delete some stuff. Got to get that off the screen. Got them good people out of here. All right, let's go to this right here. We got, wait. Oh, no, that's not important. What time it is? It is 1 o'clock. It's just hitting 1 o'clock. Just hitting 1 o'clock on this midday news. Hell, we need some more people. I need y'all to share. Y'all hit the share button. I know. We just not getting on back into the swing of things. But I need y'all to share. Tell people that we back in the midday. And I hope that y'all having a good time by watching the show. We also streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this right here. What do we have? What is this one? We have a family. We have a Florida family. A Florida family is upset after a father was shot and killed by deputies. They speaking out. This happened in Central Florida, in Orlando, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Lee for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that right there. Let's go ahead on and get into the story. Y'all, let's see what happened.
A new at 5, the family of a man killed by Orange County deputies during a SWAT raid say they have questions about his death. Now, the sheriff's office has promised to release the body camera video, but the man's loved ones want it out now. An advocate group held a news conference today. Fox 35's Matt Trezza was there and has the story.
This is a photo of Tyrone Bartley, who an Orange County deputy shot and killed during a drug raid at a house in Pine Hills 2 weeks ago. Bartley's girlfriend, Brittany Jackson, says his death has devastated their family.
They took a great man, a loving father, a son, a brother, the best friend you could ever ask for, the greatest partner known to man. You took that away from us that day.
And those is real tears. Real tears. Shout out to G for the $2 super chat. He said, Pastor Willie up there deleting corno tabs. What is corno tabs? You got to explain.
Family and members of the group Orlando Against Police Crimes held a news conference this afternoon at the site of the incident, seeking what they called the full story about the shooting.
Justice for Tyrone Bartley! Justice for Tyrone Bartley! Now please take accountability. Instead of painting this amazing man out to be the bad guy, just tell the truth and admit you made a mistake.
Deputies say they were searching the home on Lejeune Drive with a search warrant when they saw a man in a bedroom reach behind a door. That's where Sheriff John Mina says deputies found this rifle.
I heard multiple verbal warnings as they entered the house and while they were inside the house. They clearly said the SWAT team, search warrant, hands up numerous times on a loudspeaker.
It was the second sheriff's office visit in as many weeks to that address. The sheriff said the first was a domestic violence call. During that investigation, the sheriff said deputies found drugs and a stolen gun.
This case just illustrates how dangerous this is for our deputies. Going into a home where we know loaded guns have already been recovered.
In a statement, the sheriff's office says, quote, "We understand the pain and loss Mr. Bartley's family is experiencing. These losses are difficult for all of us. No deputy shows up to work wanting to be involved in a critical incident." Bartley's family says right now all they have are questions.
What happens when you've robbed his 10-year-old daughter of her father? You robbed my mother of a son and me of a brother, and the list go on and on. When does it stop? Where does it stop?
The sheriff's office says they plan to release body cam video of the shooting next week in Pine Hills. Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.
Well, I can't wait for that right there. And we will have to do a update on this story right here because It ain't too much for me to say because they really not giving me nothing. They really not really. I'm missing a lot. So we're gonna wait for the body cam footage to see exactly what happened, because they have came to this residence before for a domestic situation the last time, and they found dope and guns, loaded guns. So, so they found some dope and loaded guns, and they had a warrant. They had a warrant to come on around now. So there must be some activities that's been going on around there as far as with drugs. Just in my opinion, don't know. I'm going to keep y'all abreast. I'm going to keep y'all updated about this story here. Oh, I promise you I will. And that's all for a reason. Move right along. I ain't going to eat much hold you. Shout out to G for being a member for 17 months. He said, I was saying that you was up there deleting P-Hub tab windows. Pastor, you slick as oil player. Shout out. Corno. I wasn't even thinking. That's what's up. No. Hell, we can't watch P-Hub in Florida no more. And I think that that's a violation of my human rights or my civil rights. It's one of them. It is one of them rights that I don't like that they violating right now. Doggone shame. I am a adult. I should be able to watch what I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? If I want to watch people hunching, then I should have the right to watch people hunching. Because I'm grown out here in these streets. Hold on. Wait a minute. So what I just played y'all was 19 hours ago, but I'm looking at one that say, all right. So that was that was a day ago. All right, bam. Nothing going on here. I got one for you then.
Why didn't you come to Lucky's first birthday party?
I got one for you then. It just popped up on the screen. Let's see what I got. I haven't watched it, but damn it, because it say a church cover up. Let's see what a church cover up is about, y'all. A Florida church is accused of covering up child sex abuse.
And is suing the Diocese of Orlando for $25 million for an alleged abuse cover-up. He claims Pastor Robert Hoffner sexually abused him and possibly others for years, and claiming that the church, school, parish, and diocese did nothing to stop it.
Fox 35's Marie Edinger has been poring over hundreds of pages of documents today and joins us live now. So, Marie, this man says the diocese was warned about that pastor.
I believe that, because typically when the diocese get warned about pastors, they relocate the pastors and the priests and stuff like that. Yeah.
He says they were warned, and we also know that Father Bob, as he was known, was allegedly murdered last year by a man named Brandon Coppas, who is mentioned in this lawsuit. Also in the lawsuit is Father Bob's sister, who was killed alongside him last year. Police reports say Sean Tuber first came to them after seeing reports about Robert Hefner's murder on the news. Now he's going to the news himself, claiming Father Bob, as he's known, molested him for years, starting when he was in the 7th grade.
I don't consider him a father. I kind of consider him like a monster in a way now.
He's suing the Diocese of Orlando for $25 million.
This is a cover-up of the highest level.
Tuber's lawsuit claims the Catholic Diocese of Orlando, the parish, and St. Joseph's Catholic School run by the diocese, quote, enabled Father Bob to commit heinous acts of sexual abuse on numerous children he encountered as a priest. Tuber says he was abused at the school and at Father Bob's home. Another student allegedly reported this to a guide.
He was abused at the school and his home. Why was he? Go ahead.
Counselor.
Unfortunately, nothing happened to stop Father Bob, and the abuse continued.
Lawyers aren't the only ones saying people knew. When police searched Father Bob's home after his killing, they found 46 pages of handwritten notes detailing sexual abuse of a child.
Whoa.
One of Father Bob's sisters told police she disapproved of the relationship between Father Bob and one of his former students.
disapprove of the relationship, but bitch, did you tell somebody?
Brandon Coppas, the man police say murdered him. Coppas' aunt told police she, quote, firmly believed sexual abuse was happening, and that, quote, there has been some speculation and rumors about Father Bob being inappropriate with other children at the Catholic school.
Hearing what happened to my friend Brandon, it was definitely shell-shocking because he was not a violent person at all.
Tuber says justice for him means hopefully keeping other kids from being victimized in the future. The lawsuit claims a student reported allegations of abuse to an employee at the school. That employee is still there. So I reached out to the school and the diocese asking whether they have any protocols to ensure that if allegations like that are made, that they get sent along to police. I did not hear back from the diocese.
She work at her arms. Tone, watch look.
Allegations like that are made, that they get sent along to police. I did not hear back from the diocese or school about that today. Live in Orlando, Marie Eden.
That's what's up. And if when y'all be knowing that things like this right here is transpiring and y'all don't say something, y'all need to go to prison, just like the person who had done did whatever they is accused of doing out here in these streets. If you know something, say something. And I do believe that there is going to be a payday. It's going to be a payday out here in these streets, for real, for real. Because it's not like the first time. But y'all know what's funny? Even after many, many years ago when they first went to coming out with it, when they really did like the big story, I think it was in like the 90s or maybe it was the early 2000s of when they came out and said that it was a bunch of priests who had done some things to kids and they have been relocated, and it was like a real big story. That from at least that time, people would pay attention to their children and these priests. People still give these priests the benefit of the doubt to play with their kids. When they've done the biggest story about a whole bunch of priests doing these things to kids. But because you all don't believe that this man of God would ever. And it's crazy to me. I really don't be understanding. But moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much hold you. It be right in y'all faces, and y'all just go ahead on, just sing your churn back around now. That's what's up. Y'all go to Charlotte real quick. Go to Charlotte real quick. Because it seemed to me that Charlotte is basically doing what good mothers do in Florida out here in these streets. Listen, we have a Charlotte mother who is charged and banned from the school. She banned from the school while the principal suspended. That's what they say.
The hustle of a Friday afternoon dismissal. You wouldn't know anything out of the ordinary happened here at Randolph Middle School back on May 5th.
They're losing a lot of trust with the parents and the community because it's just one after another, incident after incident.
Alicia Hicks is a teacher and parent in the district. She says the lack of communication about campus incidents is frustrating.
Now it makes me feel like although the parents shouldn't put their hands on admin, there might be some truth into what actually happened and that was mishandled, or it was trying to be swept under the rug, or they tried to handle it in the wrong way.
Court documents show Principal Jennifer Schrader is a victim in the attack. Mariah Hector's daughter called her about a fight at school. Hector and several family members, including Trinity Nixon, showed up at the school and refused to leave when employees asked.
Oh, so they showed up ready to thump.
Police report says Hector pushed the principal into a wall and grabbed Area Superintendent Jennifer Dean by the neck, allegedly attempting to choke her.
When instruction is coming first in a lot of the classrooms, a lot of the social emotional development is left behind, which causes a lot of these fights and a lot of turmoil with the families and the parents and the admin, and I think it's just very unfortunate.
CMS officials have not said if Schrader's suspension is related to this incident. She was suspended 2 weeks after it with pay.
That's unfortunate to the parents. At least
shout her out for having her y'all, is this her real? Because I've been like, I don't know, but those is her real baby hairs. Those is real baby hairs, and they look real So I am under the assumption that the hair is also real because it looked like real, I would say locks, I guess.
Explain a little bit, give some type of detail instead of just, oh, this teacher or principal stepped away for the time being. We've put somebody in their place, because now you just have people questioning what's going on top of just everything going on within the school system already.
Heck.
And listen. And this is why I be saying what I be saying with dark hue versus lighter hue. She's a teacher. She ain't got on no makeup. She still looks young. I don't know her age, but she looks young. Compared to if it was one of our lighter hue teachers, she'd probably have on some makeup and she would probably look old for her age. Just saying.
Just, oh, this teacher or principal stepped away for the time being. We've put somebody in their place, because now you just have people questioning what's going on top of just everything going on within the school system already.
Hector is banned from the school and faces multiple charges. Jen Cardone, Queen City News.
So they done jumped on the principal, and damn it, done choked out the assistant principal. Okay. So her daughter called her up to the school. Hold on. So her daughter called out to the school about a fight.
Under the rug, or they try to handle it in the wrong way.
Court documents show Principal Jennifer Schrader is a victim in the attack. Mariah Hector's daughter called her about a fight at school. Hector and several family members, including Trinity Nixon, showed up at the school and refused to leave when employees asked. The police report says Hector pushed the principal into a wall and grabbed Area Superintendent Jennifer Dean by the neck.
So that's where I'm kind of confused at. Her daughter called her about a fight in school, but she got into a confrontation with the principal. Did the principal have anything to do in the daughter's fight? Or maybe she was trying to get some information and the principal was probably like, you can't be up here all loud and stuff like that right there. You can't be in here cussing. You got to get out school high. You know what I'm saying? She probably just push, bitch. You gonna tell me what the damn doing? My dog been up in here fighting. You know, choked out the dean. Hold on. Hey, boy, y'all wouldn't be wild.
Grabbed Area Superintendent Jennifer Dean.
The superintendent done got
by the neck, allegedly attempting to choke her.
When instruction is coming first in a lot of the classrooms, a lot of the social emotional development is left behind.
She used the big words right there. Social emotional development is left behind out here in these streets. These is the parents. Well, this is the parent. These are your adults. And she looked like a little teenager. Hell, they both look like teens. Can they both pass for teens, y'all? They could both pass for like high school, like this they last year or something. You know what I'm saying? Like they about to graduate. She looked like she about to go to her 8th grade prom. I'm just asking y'all a question, but listen. This is what happens in schools. You jump on some goddamn body when you get on down now. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Sure enough. Yeah, that lady's out here using them big words and stuff, trying to confuse people. But she sound real intelligent. I give her that right there. When the last time y'all heard about JobCore? I ain't heard about JobCore in a good little minute out here in these streets. But we got a situation that done happened at JobCore. And it seems to be that due to the cuts that this administration is making, due to the cuts, and I'm thinking what Dodge or something like that, due to the cuts that they have cut funding from the JobCore programs. I didn't know. I know now. Let me go and put up on the screen for you. JobCore students has been sent home. They have been sent home because this thing is on a national pause. They paused the payment. Put payments on pause. Memphis families call for support. Here we go.
New tonight, tens of thousands of students in the JobCore program are being sent home after the U.S. Department of Labor announced it will pause all centers nationwide. Now, the impact is hitting home right here in Memphis. And ABC 24's Desmond Nugent spoke to one mother who shares why the city of Memphis needs to step up to help the children left behind.
Rochelle Nolan says she never received one single phone call or text message from JobCore about pausing its operations. That information came from her daughter. She tells me what's most disturbing are these children that are left behind with no place to go. These pictures obtained by ABC 24 show students at Dr. Benjamin L. Hook's JobCore Center in Whitehaven, packing up and being sent home.
This is heartbreaking for me, and me thinking I'm finna finish my courses and get my CMA certification, so it's been tough.
The U.S. Department of Labor announced they have paused all JobCore centers across the country, stating the decision aligns with President Trump's 2026 budget proposal to create meaningful results for both students and taxpayers.
Okay. She said that she was about to, she's trying to complete her CMA certification. This refers to becoming a certified management accountant, not a certified medical assistant. Yeah.
For Hawkins, JobCore was a shot to becoming a better person for her son, but she's more concerned about the students who have no other place to call home.
She's in JobCore and she has a child, so.
But she's more concerned about the students who have no other place to call home.
Everybody right now don't know what to do. They feel like this is the dead end, and I'm trying to remind them they can do anything. I'm gonna pray that God open for doors for them, and I just gotta remind them to keep their faith.
Rachel Nolan, the mother of a JobCore student, similarly emotional about what will happen to the students left behind.
It's plenty of kids in that building who depend on that building. They don't have nobody. Plenty of kids that don't have a parent or nobody in their family like me.
Nolan says she had to pick up her daughter from JobCore without any notification from an official at the facility. She says the most painful part, never being allowed to help her child with her belongings.
To watch my baby bring all her belongings down with 4 other students who were residents here was heartbreaking. They done created a domino effect. Them kids in there, that aggression gonna come out some way, and all aggression don't come out in a helpful way. Them kids are in survival mode now.
Nolan says the city of Memphis needs to help find these children another avenue for hope. The U.S. Department of Labor says all JobCore operations will be paused by June 30th. In the studio, I'm Desmond Nugent.
In a statement, Congressman Steve Cohen responded to the funding cut, saying in part, the JobCore was a forward-thinking program of Lyndon Johnson's Great Society, which President Trump would like to dismantle, as he is attempting to do with cuts to Medicaid and Medicare.
Lyndon B. Johnson, the Great Society? No. Not the one who gave y'all Section 8. He was forward thinking for real though. Yes, he was. Get your man out the house. We'll give you a little something. Go ahead.
To watch my baby bring all her belongings down with 4.
I gotta ask you a question though, Sugar, but why is your baby in JobCore though? Because you look like a loving and caring mother. Why is your baby in JobCore? Because typically, well, I could have it wrong. But from what I've always known about JobCore has been for children with problems. Children with problems and or a lot of them who just don't want to go to school anymore. They want to drop out of school and or they high school dropouts and they just want something to do. Just like in most states, you can get your GED at the age of 16, but you have to be unenrolled. A lot of them, they would go to JobCore to get their GED plus get some type of trade or something like that. But typically, children with good home lives don't go to JobCore. They either go to trade schools or college or they just don't do anything. But they typically don't go to JobCores though. I say tired of my taxpayer dollars going to people that are not responsible about their monkeys and meats. About time. There it is. There it is. Because again, this is for people who just, like she say, they in survival mode. So it's typically for people who is in survival mode, who have nowhere else to turn. That means that they didn't want to comply with their household and or their household was a horrible place to be.
To the students left behind.
It's plenty of kids in that building who depend on that building that don't have nobody.
You're right, and that's also called a parenting problem. It's also called a parenting problem. It is too many kids who is in there who they don't have people to lean on. That's a parenting problem.
Plenty of kids that don't have a parent or nobody in their family like me.
So see, a lot of them, they don't have parents. So it's a parenting problem.
Nolan says she had to pick up her daughter from job.
Baby out there with them blue and white Nikes on, the blue and white J's on. Look like she's soliciting, but she waiting on somebody to pick her up from the Corps. He say, where are the men speaking out? Ooh.
Court without any notification from an official at the facility. She says the most painful part, never being allowed to help her child with her belongings.
And I can almost guarantee y'all the majority of people who is in JobCore, the majority of children that is in JobCore comes from single parent households. They come from single parent households.
To watch my baby bring all her belongings down with 4 other students who were residents here was heartbreaking. They done created a domino effect.
And I'm wondering if her daughter is the one who was trying to get her CMA.
Them kids in there, that aggression gonna come out some way. And all aggression don't come out in a helpful way.
Well, that's just life, baby. That is just life. Kids is allowing their aggression to come out the way it is coming out right now, and they not in JobCore. So she almost made it sound like a threat.
Them kids are in survival mode now.
Nolan says the city of Memphis needs to help.
They learning about life right now, Sugar. They is really, really learning about life. So she said, and she's a mother.
And being sent home.
It's just heartbreaking for me, and me thinking I'm finna finish my courses and get my CMA certification. So it's just been tough.
Sound like she from Memphis. The way she say tough. Listen.
So it's just been tough.
It's just been tough. Yeah. Boy, y'all help that baby get her CMA certificate, her CMA certification. The certification of accountants. This certification is offered by the Institute of Management Accountants. Is for professionals in the accounting and finance field. Oh, so she in the financial field. Oh, it did say accountant. That makes sense. The CMA exams cost around $1,600, and the candidates must have 7 years to meet additional requirements upon pass. $1,600 for a test? We play too much. $1,600 for a test? This is a test before you get the job. This is a test before you get certified. I don't understand. Why would they do that? I don't. Hold on. The CMA exam is known for being challenging with pass rates around 45 to 50% for each part. Why is people going inside that damn field? This make no sense. Certified management accountant. I guess. CMA is like a CPA. He say it's for the business industry, not public accounting. He said this kind of shit is what's causing the fatigue. Yeah. This is crazy. I was just trying to see how in the hell can I go on to get mine. It costs too much. He said, I guess it has gone from $500 to $1,600 for a CNA course. Listen. The CNA courses is like $700-800, between $600 and $800, depends on what state you're in. I know in the great state of Florida is $800 or something. And that's a CNA though. That's CNA, y'all. That's not CMA. Not CMA. You say mama has a boyfriend. Now her young daughter will be in the house too. Laugh out loud. Shout out to our Dodge Trap for the $5 super chat. They say, thank you for the midday, Pastor. He say, listening while mowing my lawn on my lunch break. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you for being around here, man. We're just going to try to continue the midday thing for as many months as we can. We're really, really going to try. Let me go ahead and give y'all this one right here. We're going out here to Chicago. I think this is Chicago. Or is this at, I think this is Chicago. WRREG News. So I'm guessing, yeah, this is Chicago. Let me grab this right here. Put this right here on the screen for you. Hold on, let me grab that back. Up, Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. Ooh, I was at Home Depot yesterday, and they got the big toolboxes. In case y'all want to know, about the big toolboxes, if y'all need some toolboxes for y'all's garage, Home Depot got them deals. Now I'm just looking. Harbor Freight, save big in stores with storage days. 15% off all Yukon storage and U.S. General storage and magnetic attachments. See, I need me another 72-inch. I need me another 72-inch toolbox. And I tried to get me one from Harbor Freight. They say either come and pick it up. Well, you have to pick it up because they don't deliver. But if they do deliver, you have to go through a third party and all that flash shit right there. You can't even order online and have them delivered. You have to get it from the store. But I have a truck. That ain't the problem. But to get it off the damn truck, shit, 300 to 500 pounds, depends on which one I get. You know. How the hell do you get off the damn truck, though? Because they put it on the truck with a forklift. That's cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no damn forklift. But I need me another 72-footer. Or a 72-inch, which is a 6-footer. Yeah. But they got 15% off. Them shits are normally it's $1,700. Normally it's $1,700. But what they got going on at the Home Depot, for those of you who care, they got the Huskies. The 72-inch. That bit was $698. Now they also have the 82-inch. No, the 84-inch for $1,100. So I'm torn in between. Should I go back U.S. General, or should I just go ahead on and get me old Husky? I don't know, man. I don't know. You say at Harbor Freight, you say I don't know about the Home Depot. Yeah. And the one at Home Depot, the 72-inch for $698, they don't deliver. The $1,100 one for the 84-inch, they do deliver. But why should I have to add $500 just to get the damn delivery? Because I don't want to go pick the shit up. It's crazy, ain't it? But just to let y'all know what was going on out here. They have a shooting. They had a shooting in Midtown. They say a mother is still searching. A mother. A good mother. Is still searching for answers. She got answers after her 16-year-old son was shot. The one thing about this video here, or the one thing about this story here, we is going to see a mother who loves her 16-year-old son who lost his life. Here we go.
Time check 6:23. The phone call no parent wants to get their child has been shot. Well, this nightmare became a reality for one Memphis mother.
And over a year later of frustration and sadness, that mom is still fighting for answers. That's in this week's edition of Manhunt Monday. Take your time.
Sad, frustrated, and on a mission to find answers. Jessica Kaiser's 16-year-old son, Jeremiah Arnold, was killed on Rowland Street in Midtown in March of 2024. Kaiser says that night Jeremiah left a party and took several friends to another party in Midtown. She says it was close to 11 that night and almost time for Jeremiah to start heading home.
I'm checking the 360 app and I'm like,
why is he in Midtown area? I'm like, I don't know anything about that area, and he definitely doesn't know anything about the area.
So she called Jeremiah and told him to come home.
So, okay, I'm like, okay, it's 5 minutes and passed. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, still in the same location off of Rolling Street. So I started back calling his phone. No answer. I text him. No answer.
That's when Kaiser started to get worried.
The next 10 minutes, I get a phone call from one of his friends. And when I picked up the phone, he was like, I think Jeremiah's been shot.
Kaiser says Jeremiah's friend told her that as they were walking to the car to leave, someone drove by, opening fire on them. Kaiser says she rushed to the scene to check on her son.
I pull up on the street and I see the police, the ambulance, and the fire trucks on the scene. And at the end of that corner down there, it was yellow tape.
Paramedics told her Jeremiah had already been rushed to Regional 1 hospital.
I get in the emergency room, and the guy from the chapel met me in there. He talked to me, and he was like, this is very critical. We're going to have a nurse to come in and talk to you. But he was like, Jeremiah was shot in the head, and it's pretty critical.
Kaiser says a few minutes later, Jeremiah's doctor came out to update her on his condition.
I think they said the way the bullet went in, he lost his eye. And he was like, I just don't know if he's going to make it.
Sadly, Jeremiah did not survive. And that's when Kaiser says she lost it.
I wish he had just stayed home that day instead of going to no party at all.
1 year later, Kaiser is still waiting for her son's killer to be arrested, and she hopes that someone will call Memphis police and tell them who pulled the trigger.
Everything that's done in the dark is going to come to the light, and I'm not going to stop until I get justice for my son.
If
You say his friends killed.
you know who killed 16-year-old Jeremiah Arnold, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH.
You say that they went to this spot, they went to this house, and as they was about to leave, somebody pulled up and just shot them. We missing some part of this doggone story. Just say 16 years old out the house after 9 p.m. Interesting. Just say she allowed his death. Listen, and she know about the area. She know about the area, but she said that he didn't know about the area. She know that they killing around there. Got to be more careful. This is crazy. But I want to shout this mama here out for, it looked like she was like a positive force. It looked like she was a positive force in her son's life. Just due to all the plaques in the back. You know what I'm saying? She have this is plaques up here and plaques down here. So these is a lot of plaques, certificates, achievements, and it's in the house. So it's kind of telling me that either she or the children is pushing for excellence. And this can be motivation for the children, because if you see this every day, you seeing plaques and achievement awards, it should continue to push you for greatness. So I just want to say that right there about this beautiful mother here. Sad, man. Just a sad.
Location off of Rolling Street. So I started back calling his phone. No answer. I texted him. No answer.
That's when Kaiser started to get worried.
The next 10 minutes, I get a phone call from one of his friends. And when I picked up the phone, he was like, I think Jeremiah's been shot.
Stop. She said the friends say, I think he's been shot. Y'all might have a good point to say that his friends had to kill him. I'm sorry. You think that he has been shot. And then remember, the doctor say that he been shot in the head and it came out his eye or some shit. The friends is the problem. They say, Willie, she got them from Temu, bro. He say she had insurance on him and she got that check already. Got to be more careful. Oh, you know what that just made me think about? Gotta get me some plaques. Temu, plaques. I'm gonna get me some plaques, and I'm gonna try to put some things up down here to make my studio look more achievement success, or I have succeeded with getting achievement awards or something like that right now. I'm gonna come up with some.
Teacher says Jeremiah's friend told her that as they were walking to the car to leave, someone drove by, opening fire on them.
Somebody just drove by shooting. Now, is that impossible? No. It is possible in these doggone communities that somebody just slide on up and just get to shoot. It is a possibility, so we're not going to rule that out. But I think he got shot. Don't know other 16-year-olds speak like that. They understand if their partner done got shot or not. They really, really do. And this is a shame. The friends should have also been, I wonder if the friends was tested for GSR. It's a doggone shame. Oh, and this is one of the biggest reasons that I wanted y'all to hear this right here.
She lost it.
I wish he had just stayed home that day instead of going to no party at all.
1 year later, Kaiser is still waiting for her son's killer to be arrested, and she hopes that someone will call Memphis police and tell them who pulled the trigger.
Everything that's done in the dark is going to come to the light.
That's something that we believe in that is not true. I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest, we don't know what people do behind closed doors. That means that those things is done in the dark. She say everything that's done in the dark will come to the light. That's not a fact. I knew we grew up saying it. We grew up saying it because the elders taught us that that's what you say when you really ain't got nothing else to say. But that's not a fact. Nobody knows what you did behind closed doors at about 12 o'clock today, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. This shit does not come to the light. A lot of you good people don't even know who hunching who. Why? Because it's behind closed doors and it never comes to the light. A lot of you all don't even know that y'all is in relationships and your significant other is and or had cheated. A lot of y'all don't know in relationships that y'all had prior that that person actually did cheat on y'all and y'all still don't know. And y'all would never know. So we can't use the term, we can't say them words that was whatever is done in the dark will come to the light. That's not a fact. That's a belief. That is a belief. That is a belief. Yes, it is. Hold on. Shot a suspect. I'm gonna say that right there later. So listen, what do we got? You two got to get these notifications together. You say I hate kissing. Kissing, you meant missing. You meant missing. That's what's up. Listen, y'all give y'all self a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the Midday News. Gonna cut it short because I'm finna go on and make a quick little run. Got to get into some other stuff out here in these streets. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, no, I'm watching the video. Oh, I can't even show y'all this right here. Oh, this is in the community. And it's nothing but mothers. I'm going to share this to my... Hold on. I'm going to share this to my Twitter. If y'all not watching me on... If y'all not following me on Twitter, I don't know what y'all doing. Got to be more careful. Y'all, please go to my Twitter and see that right there. That is just crazy. But anyway, listen, y'all. So we is back with the Midday News Monday through Friday, and we still doing the 7 o'clock shows. So it's the 12 o'clock show, that's the midday, and the 7 o'clock is the nightly news out here in the street. We're not moving it back to 8 o'clock. We're not doing that right there. We're going to keep it at 7 because I kind of like 7 right there. Oh, Jesus. Why she fell down still like that right there? Oh, God. Got to be more careful on that juice real heavy. But, players. Prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show says just the finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your little la-la and or your life. It's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm here. Shout out to Skull Nation for being a member for 21 months. He said, shout out to the Midday News. He say, are we back? Yes, we is. Or is this a special occasion? We is back Monday through Friday for as long as I can keep this thing popping. Monday through Friday, the Midday News is back. I do understand that other people had them step into my little spot and all that fly shit right there, but damn it, I'm trying to get y'all back around here. Trying to get y'all back around here for as long as we can go ahead on and keep it popping. Yeah, I got to hold on to that right there. Yeah. Okay, I got that right there. Yeah. So I really do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. We finna go ahead on and get on up out of here. We don't have an outro anymore, so shout out to CDB for being a member for 36 months, showing some support. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do. We had got over 200 likes. We got 203 with the likes. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. We coming back at 7 o'clock, though. We coming back at 7 o'clock. Same place, same station. The GoFundMe link. The GoFundMe link is linked up at the top right there. The GoFundMe link is linked up at the top if y'all would like to support a player out here in these streets. I'm trying to rebuild. I'm trying to keep it going. Because then they had their foot on my neck too doggone long. Listen, man, I really do appreciate y'all for rocking with the player. I'm going to go on and get on up out of here. Y'all have a good one because